Good afternoon, Timmy Talkers, and welcome to my 31st edition of the Timmy Talks show. That sounds better, doesn't it? As you can see, I've done my hair, which means I'm going to work later. And as you can also see, I'm still wearing a vest. So Fiona and Vicky, it didn't work. My entire backstage crew of stylists and hair designers and management have advised me to carry on with the vest look. Apparently it's my hook, and Marks and Spencer's are very interested, and I'll never have to buy a vest again. And today is how to conduct yourself with people you don't agree with. We all have people we don't agree with, and good job too. It makes the world a better place. What you do with someone you don't agree with is listen to them and destroy them with facts, figures, never your opinion. Your opinion will never win an argument. People don't get put in prison for life because of the opinion of somebody. The facts and figures are presented and they make their decision on that. Unfortunately, overnight in America, as I'm sure you heard, Charlie Kirk got assassinated, for want of a better word. Whatever your view of him, he was quite a divisive character, but you cannot fault his brilliance in an argument. He was accused of many things, racism, misogyny, nationalism, and I never got any of that from any of his arguments. He believed in a more conservative life. If being conservative now makes you a right-wing fanatic, then God help the entire world. The thing with a right-wing, a perceived to be right-wing person, you can discuss things with them. I'm neither right nor left. I just like hearing both sides, and I like to tread a middle line. There is excellent left-wing or socialist ideals. There are excellent, more conservative ideals. If you pick the best out of both of them, we'd be living in a utopia, wouldn't we? Rather than spending all our time just arguing about things. As I say, he was a conservative, and because if you look at any of his arguments, especially the Oxford University ones that he did earlier in the year, they're superb. He was being shouted at by overprivileged people who think they know everything, having never lived a thing in their life at all, with no lived experience, and he was able to destroy them. One stage, he offered somebody £1,000 cash if they could prove the point they were just trying to make, which they were unable to. That shows an incredible amount of confidence. But because people don't agree with his views, someone took it upon themselves to take a high-powered rifle onto a rooftop and shoot him dead, leaving his two very small children and a young widow. All you have done in that point is you have not changed anyone's opinion. You have cut the head off the Hydra. You killed Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk doesn't go away. What happens is you create 10 million other, more angry, less eloquent Charlie Kirks. It really is just the saddest thing, and I feel sorry if it turns out to be a left-wing fanatic. I feel sorry for all the other people who share similar views, because they're going to get, unfortunately and unjustly, tarred with the same brush. I was watching a few people just now on Instagram actually cheering at the fact that a man had been killed. Probably one of the most disgusting things you'll ever see. Obviously, when their employers see them, they're threatened with a sack. They'll say it was a moment of madness, I didn't really mean it, blah, blah, blah. But just have time to think before you post anything at all. If you're having a disagreement with somebody in your personal life, I used to be terrible. I used to just start shouting and ranting, and that made me right. Obviously, it doesn't. In the last, I don't know, probably 4, 5, 6 months, I've changed my ways of doing things. I count to 10 in my head very slowly, and then that rant bit goes away, because as soon as you rant, the argument is lost. You could be the most correct person in the world, but if you shout, you have lost the argument. Unfortunately, now we live in extreme violent times, where if people don't agree with you, they take it upon themselves to hit you, stab you, or shoot you. I don't think that's ever happened in the course of human history, and it really is. I do worry. I've got children, and I worry about the world I brought them into. But together, Timmy Talkers, if we take on my advice and like and share and subscribe and post it on Facebook if you haven't already done it, which you should have. I'm so close to the 60 subscribers. Oh, it's taken ages to get there, but we'll get there. So just think about how you discuss things with other people. Don't start becoming irate, because you will lose the argument. Today's song is Peaches by the Stranglers, for no other reason than I heard it earlier on an advert and I forgot what a brilliant song it was. Take care, Timmy Talkers, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.